One of the most spectacular vistas on this continent, any continent.
5 months ago, Saddam Hussein started this cruel war against Kuwait. Tonight, the battle has been joined.
Thanks to the media around the world for who struggles and captures the deadliest and dangerous events that might blow one daylight. So today we are counting down on the top 10 deadly occasions captured on TV. On number 10 is Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. In spite of the fact that CNN transmitted the sole live broadcast, news of the fiasco spread like rapidly spreading fire through other systems. Since the media centered on the story's human element and appalling minutes for sensational impact, it got to be a hot point for a few weeks and changed future news detailing.
Flight controllers here looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction.
With educator Krista McAuliffe on board and hundreds of schoolchildren observing in real time, the Challenger dispatch was to be the primary of its kind.
What appears to be a major catastrophe in America's space program, Challenger, only seconds after leaving the launch pad, according to NASA, has exploded in mid-air.
Well, just to take a short breeze of digressing, we have developed a dating-cum-matrimonial mobile app. It's one of the first in the world of its kind. Unlike other apps which randomly gives out the profiles, we on the other hand have integrated a unique feature where you can search for a specific user. So no need for rewinds in profiles. Just go and search and change your interests. In order to ensure security, especially for females, you can chat only when the other person likes you back or you have made a match. The app link is given in the video description. So go ahead and download from your App Store and Play Store. This is the first initiative of our engineering team in this lockdown period, and we need all your support and love. On number 9 is Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. In spite of the fact that the persistent film of the devastation caused by the dangerous waters stunned the world, the scope moreover empowered an enormous around-the-world alleviation reaction. After the foremost effective seismic tremor the nation had ever seen struck a zone close to Tohoku, a powerful tidal wave washed over Japan and murdered thousands. Japanese TV systems and CNN were there to capture this alarming act of nature. On number 8 is Munich massacre.
And we're moving in now on the windows behind which, at this moment, 8 or 9 terrified living human beings are being held prisoner.
Since the starting assault on the Israeli competitors at the 1972 Summer Olympics, by dark September took put within the small hours of the morning, the cameras weren't however rolling.
It is 5 o'clock. This is the deadline. The storming, if it is going to happen, could happen at any moment.
However, as the morning daylight turned up, the media secured the reaction so well that the Palestinian psychological militants as of now knew when and how the German border police were planning to assault them. Shockingly, the Munich slaughter come about within the passings of the prisoners and a few others.
It now said that there were 11 hostages. 2 were killed in their rooms yesterday morning. 9 were killed at the airport tonight. They're all gone.
On number 7 is the Los Angeles riots. The LA populace was so irate that the basic white jury had cleared the LAPD cops caught brutally beating Rodney Lord that they have taken an interest in fire-related crime, attack, and striking for 6 days. Neighborhood TV cameras caught it all and likely actuates the other riots that broke out in numerous American cities. 2 called the South Central riots. This race revolt was one of America's greatest and most dangerous, gracious, unsettling influences. On number 6 is September 11th attacks.
It does not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
Oh my God.
That looks like a second plane.
The scope of the catastrophe and its repercussions changed the way Western news was detailed universally and got to be the lengthiest non-stop news occasion to be secured in American TV. Minutes after the World Exchange Center was hit the primary time, media outlets picked up live nourishes that stuck around the world gatherings of people to their TV sets. So when another plane smashed into the South Tower less than 20 minutes afterwards, it was genuinely a minute no one will ever disregard.
The effort now has to be to save as many people as possible.
On number 5 is Manila hostage crisis. Outraged at being let go from his work, Mendoza captured a visit transport in Manila. After he observed his brother's capture through the bus TV set, Mendoza proceeded to shoot prisoners interior the transport. He in the long run traded gunfire with police and was shot dead. The 10-hour standoff between ex-police officer Rolando Mendoza and Filipino authorities wasn't as it was seen by millions in real time on TV. On number 5 is the World Series earthquake.
It's one of the most spectacular vistas on this continent, any continent.
The MLB's Oakland Games and San Francisco Monsters were warming up for their third diversion when the tremor hit and had broadcasters scrambling for clarification.
The Oakland A's take.
I'll tell you what, we're having an earthquake.
Measuring 6.9 on the Richter scale, the Loma Prieta seismic tremor caused over 60 passings and thousands of wounds.
Well, folks, that's the greatest open in the history of television, bar none.
This tremor struck San Francisco Cove for 10 to 15 seconds and was caught live on TV since of the continuous world arrangement. On number 4 is Lee Harvey Oswald's murder. The repercussions of JFK's death were introduced within the age of TV news by giving individuals a moment get to unfurling advancements through moving pictures. But the genuine death wasn't captured or broadcast in real time. In any case, the shooting of his charged professional killer Lee Harvey Oswald was, whereas covering Oswald's move to imprison, an organized TV camera stunned millions by giving them a sea of the lethal shots, conveyed by Dallas Club proprietor Jack Ruby.
He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
On number 2 is the fall of the Berlin Wall. TV gatherings of people around the world watched as the Germans came together to decimate the divider, and communism in Germany as well.
The East German government said tonight they were going to make more openings in the wall, at least a dozen more. Put bulldozers right through the wall.
It took nearly 30 years for the boundary isolating West Berlin from East Berlin to at last be torn down, taking after descents and developing swarms of East German outcasts making their way to the west. The specialists were constrained to open the doors.
If there is someone who sleeps for 8 weeks and you told him what happened here, he thinks you're crazy.
On number 1 is the Waco siege.
Well, as you can see, the parts of the building have collapsed. The fire has indeed engulfed the vast majority of this compound.
The real-time broadcast wasn't as it were eminent for the scope of the discharges, tear gas and the fire, but moreover for somewhat motivating the 1995 Oklahoma City bombings. After the Bureau of Liquor, Tobacco and Guns unsuccessfully endeavored to look the Department Davidian Christian sect's farm for unlawful weapons, the strike heightened into a lethal shootout. What TV groups of onlookers saw another was a serious and savage 51-day attack, including the FBI. What's you say on our countdown?
How do you measure such an astonishing moment in history?
Who is your number 1? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to the video and press the bell icon to help us make more interesting videos for you. For this video, our target is 100 likes, so please help us reach it.
Senna bateu forte. A batida muito forte.